Okay, welcome everybody. This is going to be a video of Warlock farming Dire Mall East as SM Ruin. I do have another video showing the DS Rune farm, and I prefer the DS Rune farm, but we're going to go ahead and do this SM Rune. Now, as you can see, I did pull these lashers here, and I might die, but barely got away there. Just gonna let them reset, and then we're gonna get right into it. Just gonna manage up. So normally as DS Rune, I would have fought them right there because I just have the passive health regeneration. But I'm not DS Rune right now, so I didn't want to do that. The Siphon Life is good, but I don't think I would have survived there. So just know that if you're going to do this SM Ruin, you have a lot less survivability, and you need to take that into account when you're doing this run. Alright, so doesn't look like there's a satyr here. Oh, there he is, okay. Alright, so we're just going to bring him out here, and we're going to fear him. Now, I'm wearing a 6 of 8 Nemesis right now. I've got the Hexer's cover and the Arcane accuracy bracers on instead of the other Nemesis. Now, I would actually probably recommend wearing Felhard in here, and I'll put that up so you can see the bonus that you get. It's a 15% drain life bonus, and when you're running this SM Ruin, everything helps in here. So for survivability. Like I said, I mean, you can do this SM Ruin. This is not, it's not that you can't do this if you're this spec. Whoops, I forgot to start the stopwatch, but that's okay. You can do this if you're this spec. It's just harder. But you don't need this kind of gear to do it. You don't. You can do this with you know, some blues, some free raid BIS gear is more than enough to get this done. So we'll see if this one's here. Okay, that satyr's not there. Sometimes there will be a satyr there, and you can just go ahead and kill him. So this is another safe spot too. I might as well show you this because I showed you the other one. Right on top of this is a safe spot. It will reset the mobs in here. So in case you get into trouble in this room, there's another way you can reset right there. Okay, so we're just gonna go over here. We're gonna grab this Hell Caller. We're gonna enslave him. We're gonna immediately click off his single cast spell, Fireball, and then turn on his AoE spell. Now we were a little slow there, and so this Hellcaller is definitely going to die before the imps go down, but that's okay. So don't panic, and you can get this done. Even if you're slow, it doesn't matter. You'll be fine. So we did get a Nightfall proc there, which did help us out. Actually ended up saving the Hellcaller. So again, you don't need to kill this group over here if you don't want to. This is the safe method. And I do it, 1, because it's safe, and 2, because I just got 2 demonic runes out of them, and I use those for raid. So if you're going to be raiding on your Warlock, you might as well kill him. Get some demonic runes, maybe get some Felcloth. Alright, so we're going to dismiss this guy and kill him right away here. Now, as you'll see, you want to get your Siphon Life up pretty quick. because that is your way to regen. So, did get another Nightfall proc, but we didn't get to use it. Alright, and so we're just gonna eat and drink up. We're gonna wait for the boss to come back over here, and then we're gonna start the boss. I may open this Warpwood pod because we have to wait for another Hydra spawn pat, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay. Will probably give me some items. A lot of times there's lashers in there. You don't have to open it up if you don't want to. It's just safe. Okay. Throw on the hero charm. Throw out the shadow bolt. Throw the immolate. Now, obviously, as SM Ruin, you're gonna want to make sure your corruption's up because that's how you're getting your Nightfall procs. So, and then normally what I'll do as DS Ruin is I'll throw a Doom up, but since I'm this Affliction spec right now and I can, I have points spec'd into Curse of Agony, and I have Amplify Curse, I opted for the Curse of Agony there. I think it's probably more damage quicker. And then just try to make sure you have your Siphon life up because like I said, that is your health regeneration in this spec, and you need that. And just keep your dots up. Okay, there's the Hydralings. Okay, I got Massive Geyser, that's okay though. Okay. Now they're gonna die. Okay. Just keeping that Siphon life up. And you know, remember too, you've got Death Coil. That can always get you some health back pretty quick if you need to. If you're kind of low and you're worried about dying, throw a Death Coil. Get some health back. Okay, he's gonna Geyser again. Throw another Siphon life up. Okay. Now he's gonna die here. So. Okay. Chest over there. Okay, you can sell that. This necklace too. The mages. So it goes for about 25 gold on my server. You can do those runs. You can also sell the bow from the next boss we're about to do here to warriors and rogues. It's a hit item that they need. It goes for about 30 gold on my server. So essentially what you do is you have the warrior or rogue come with you, or the mage, and you just have them sit at the beginning. You kill the bosses and then they pay you if it drops, and then you just master loot it to them, the item to them. So because this extra satyr spawned here, we're going to enslave him and use him to kill the next one. We're going to go right up in this hallway. There's going to be another satyr up here, and we're going to have this satyr fight this other one. And then we're going to start the boss. Now you can just let these two fight it out, and one will die and one will come back down when you're fighting the boss, but I just prefer to kill them both up here while I'm up here. Gonna let him build some threat up real quick, and then I'm gonna start DPSing him. Okay, now we're gonna hold him on stay, go over here, we're gonna dismiss him, and this is just to give us a little space here. And see, he had the poison there, which helped us out. He was really slow. Okay, oh, he resisted the fear. We're just gonna fear again. Okay. like I said, you just want to make sure you got that siphon life up. 'Cause that's your health regen right now. So. Health regen is big in here. So keep up that siphon life, keep up that corruption fish for those nightfall procs, and you're well on your way to farming DM East solo as a Warlock SM rune. I will be showing my talents at the end of the video too, and explaining why I picked the talents I did. It really only matters for the affliction tree. The destruction tree is pretty much always the same. There are 2 points you can play around with in there, and I'll explain why I chose what I chose in the destruction tree. Okay, so we're ready to start the boss. Turn on that Zandalarian hero charm. You know, whatever you have. If you got something that's going to increase your DPS, throw it on him. Get that siphon life up. Get that amplify Curse of Agony on him. And then we're just going to sit right here. The point of sitting on this rock is so that you don't lose the timers on your curses, because they will just go away if you lose line of sight of the boss. Same with Doom. If you put Doom on the boss and he gets out of line of sight, the Doom timer will reset. So, just know that. And then he's about down here, as you can see, through the wall, the dot's ticking. So we're going to make our way over to the pillar where we're going to kite the boss. And then I tried to put an immolate up there, but really your first 2 casts should be Siphon Life and Corruption in this spec, because you're fishing for Nightfall procs, and then, you know, as I keep saying, Siphon Life is your health regen, so. Okay, there's that Nightfall proc. Okay. And see, the difference between this spec and DS Rune is, if you're getting those Nightfall procs, you're really DPSing these bosses down pretty quick. Because you're getting those instant cast Shadow Bolts off. You're doing a lot of DPS. Whereas in DS Rune, you don't really get to cast Shadow Bolts unless you're really greedy and you sneak one in. Okay, second boss down. Okay. Got a Libram of Rapidity there. Those really aren't worth anything anymore, unfortunately. But probably a gold, maybe 2. All adds to the farm. Alright, and now we're going to make our way towards Alzin, the last boss here, and I don't kill him. And so for my method, you are going to need Invisibility Potion, whether lesser or regular, doesn't matter. There are methods where you kill him. I just think it takes too long and it's not worth the loot that he gives, so. Especially when, usually what I do in here is I focus on the herbs. And then obviously, you know, what everybody wants, the arcane crystals, so. Now that's their short path right there. They just go to that tree. And we're going to let them path their long path. And that's their short path too. Their long path, this pack right here, is back in that corner. So they're both on their long path, but kind of missed it explaining. So we're just going to wait here a second. Go around. And then as a lock doing this SM Ruin, when you're killing those first 2 bosses like I am, you're not going to get this run to 12 minutes. It's just not going to happen. So if you want to herb and mine and do other stuff in here to increase your farm, you know, I suggest doing that. Because you're not going to get these runs down to 12 minutes anyway, so you can't get 5 per hour. Now, there is a way to do that where you just kill the second boss, Zevram. And I will be releasing a video showing how to do that pretty soon. And that runs essentially for people who, you know, little more risky, more focused on the arcane crystals, don't really care about the other stuff in here. So if that's you, stay tuned, because I will be releasing that. Alright, so we're going to come down here. Eat. Get the health up. Okay, very important for this boss that you do not use a potion. Because if you potion, you run the risk that your invisibility potion will not, the cooldown won't be up by the time you need it. So I suggest just trying to avoid it if you can. Okay, and we're ready to start the last boss here. Throw on that charm again. And
I can't cast that yet. It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet.
now, as you can see, I keep forgetting to throw up Siphon Life right away. That's because I don't play this spec too often. Now, I messed up right there and got lucky that we didn't get a curse or a disease, but just goes to show you, you can mess up. Don't panic. It's fine. Okay. Now we're gonna. Okay. So we got the tree. We can pull him back. Reapply dots.
I can't cast that yet.
Did get that Nightfall proc, which was nice. Now we're just gonna keep this tree max range. Yep. Gonna transform and see. We did avoid a curse or a disease right there. Don't know if it was gonna be the one that drains your mana or health, but we did avoid it. See, messed up there, and it's fine. Actually ended up working out for us. We're getting pretty lucky this run, the RNG, but hey, that's classic WoW. Okay, and now the imps are about to come out. There they are. So, I'm gonna try to gather them up a little bit here. Okay, he's gonna get a disease off on me. That's okay. Okay, so they gathered up pretty nicely. There we go. So you want to sit against that back wall and wait till the imps start hitting you before you run over here. And then you just want to get in the reset spot. Now see, we've got 10 seconds and this might be scuffed, but we'll see what happens. Okay, it came off. The disease came off right as we needed to potion. So again, the RNG just worked out for us there. And then yeah, look. Here it is. Here's the arcane crystals. You know, mine away. And that is Dire Maul East as SM Ruin. And there's an arcane crystal. There we go. What we're all in here for. So we did get it down to about 15 minutes. It's pretty quick. I will say that's faster than I do it as DS Ruin. So if you want to do it fast and got some pretty good gear, you know, maybe SM Ruin is the faster way to go. Especially if you're getting the RNG Nightfall procs. I mean, that's a lot of DPS. So if you've got the gear and you wanna get this done quick, there it is. We did miss a couple minutes at the beginning, so it was probably more like 17 minutes, but still pretty quick. Because it takes about 20 DS Rune. Okay, so I did say I was going to explain my talents real quick, and I'll just show them quickly here. Obviously, you get 5 Improved Corruption to get the instant spell. I go full suppression just so they're, you know, you're close to hit capped. Yeah, I'm at 14% with Affliction spell hit, so pretty close to hit cap there. Obviously, you want 2 an improved life tap, 3 an improved Curse of Agony. Gives you 6% on your Curse of Agony. It's pretty good. Obviously, you want Amplified Curse. You know, increases the effect by 50%. So pretty good. And then I went Grim Reach just to increase range. Obviously, you want Nightfall so you get the instant cast. Obviously, Siphon Life for your, you know, your health regen. And then this Shadow Mastery straight 10% increase on your shadow spells. And then these 4 points you can play around with if you want to. I go Fell Concentration because, like I said, you can drain life in here. You know, you can drain soul, and it gives you a pretty good chance to not get interrupted. But if you want to throw them in improved drain soul, or you want to throw it in Curse of Exhaustion, you know, go ahead. It's not going to hurt you, I don't think. And then, you know, none in Demonology, of course. And then this is a standard spec for Destruction right here. You're really just trying to get it Ruin. Now, you do have these 2 points to play around with, and I chose Intensity here because if you're going to use the Hellcallers to farm Lasher packs, this is a great talent to have. 70% chance to resist Interruption when you're casting your Hellfire, your Rain of Fire. That's huge in here. Some people put it in Cataclysm. I don't think 2% is worth it. And then Improved Searing Pain is really your other choice here. And you know, you're not going to be Searing Pain, casting Searing Pain too much in here. So I opted for the resist chance. Well, that's it, everyone. Thanks for joining. And if you have any questions, post them below, and I'll try to, you know, answer your question or post a video answering your question. Thanks. Have a good one.